you today? Thanks for stopping by. So today I want to tell you a story.
So let's take you back to 1880, and I'm going to tell you a sad story with all the intrigue of a Hollywood movie. This is the story of the Black Donnellys of Lucan, Ontario. So who are the Donnellys? Where did they come from? What happened? Well, come along with me and let's find out. I think a lot of people have no idea as they travel down Highway 23 near Lucan, Ontario, and you see this old schoolhouse to find out about its sinister past. Well, we'll get back to that in a little bit. When we think of ourselves as Canadians, we don't think of ourselves as being anything but that stereotypical nice guy. You know, those nice people. When I arrived in Lucan, Ontario, I stopped in front of what was the old Hogtown Cycles. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about today.
And I'm in front of the Donnelly Museum. The significance of this town has got quite a reputation. It's kind of an interesting story. We read the book when I was in high school about the Donnelly family, and basically the Coles Notes version is that the Donnellys were an Irish immigrant family that emigrated to Lucan from Ireland because they really wanted to own land. And apparently, being Catholic and living in Ireland at the time, they weren't allowed to own land. And so they emigrated to Canada and came here, and they homesteaded here. Well, what happened, I guess these Donnellys were kind of a tough bunch of characters, and they were called the Black Donnellys, rough people. And they didn't make a lot of friends in town, and basically what happened was the townsfolk got together and decided that they were going to murder them, and they murdered the whole family. It's kind of an interesting story. There's been documentaries done about it, and there's books written and songs written about the Donnellys. Anyway, I'm going to take you around and show you some of the other things around this story.
Remember me saying that I was going to tell you more about this old schoolhouse? Well, I went back to the old schoolhouse, and I think it's important to talk to you about this. This schoolhouse was built in 1876, and in 1880, the townsfolk decided to meet here one night to talk about how they were going to go and attack the Donnelly family and murder them all and make sure that they got every single one.
So this is the inside of the old schoolhouse.
It's almost a little eerie looking in here, knowing what went on in here. The fact that a whole town of people, large group, all sat in here and talked about how they were going to burn down and murder an entire family. And armed with all kinds of weapons, they went and attacked the Donnelly home. So I made my way to the cemetery and seeing if I could go and find the gravestone.
Hi. So what I'm doing today is I'm at the cemetery where the Donnellys are buried, and I thought I would go and take a look at the gravestone, see if we can go find it. So we found the gravestone. It's kind of a sad story, really. The fact that the town were so upset with these people that they thought the only way to deal with it was to murder them all. You can see here where people have tried to chip away some of the stone to keep it as a some kind of a morbid kind of keepsake.
This is actually the second stone that has been erected here for the Donnellys. The old original stone it said murdered on it, and they had it had been damaged so many times and vandalized so many times they had to take it down.
What is the Roman line? This is the road that has the homestead on it, and I'm going to take a ride down and see if I can find the old homestead and show you where that is. It's said that you can still hear the sound of horses and the Donnellys on this road. It's supposed to be haunted. Ooh.
Well, I rode down the road. Years ago, there used to be a plaque up, and the people who owned the property did some sort of tours that told you all about it. I don't know if the farm has changed hands, but I believe this is right here where the Donnellys lived. That was the homestead right there. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please slam that like button, and if you wouldn't mind, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one. But remember, always ride motorcycles and eat ice cream. Catch you on the next one.